Oh no, got my granddad's allotment. 4th of May the day, so I'm going to be getting some stuff planted out. My peas and my beans, and then I'll be sowing some seeds. Catch you in a bit. Right, so I've given the ground a quick tickle with my hoe. Dig a bit of a trench. It's a bit deeper. That's my hoe. Just good for getting the long roots out in the raised bed. Don't need a big hoe anymore. But you can see this soil is really good quality. And it's all just from rubbish. This was made as a lasagna bed probably 4 years ago now, maybe. It's just rubbish, all bits of sticks and stuff. So these are my peas. These have been out for a couple of days now, well, a week. I'm just going to lay them in. So they're close to the a bit deep actually. Just so the fronds are pointing towards the mesh. A lot of people do it in gutters, but I haven't got the space. Just them little short beds. I don't need to bother with the gutters. They should start claiming fairly soon, so they were the carved in wonder. Sorry, it's just a motorbike just going out the gate there. So this one tray, 15 cells, should do one side of this. We've got another one for the other side. Right, I just need to backfill them. Right, first lot of peas done. Right, same on the other side. Trench. Loosen everything up. You can see it's got bits of rubbish in it, but they just come out. It was literal, just old bits from plant pots, load of sticks at the bottom, prunings from the black currants and stuff, you know, really hard stems, stuff that wouldn't compost at the bottom. Again, these are carved in wonder, I think. No, these are different ones. These are early onward. In there, a bit too deep. So I'm going to sow another set of peas in these modules today, just to get another set going. These are the modules that everybody's using, the container wise ones, but I got these from Patch Potatoes as used ones, which just means I've been planted up with something before, which is note to me, because, you know, waste not, want not, for half the price. I don't think they've got any left now though, but I'm definitely going to be buying some container wise ones. And I'm not sponsored by them, they're just a good product. I wish I was sponsored by them, mate. You know, if they're watching. And I'm not shy. Right, so that's the early onwards in. Not as many of them because I had a bit of an accident where the staging and it collapsed, so I lost a couple. Right, I'm just gonna make that do there. I need to switch off my hose pipe because it's filling the barrel with the 6X in, and I think it's just about to overflow. Right, just give these a quick water. Okay. So this water is the diluted 6X as well. I'll show you that in a second, because people have asked us about what I use. Basically it's concentrated far more than newer. And you buy it in a bag. What I do is just put it in a sack and then soak it in some water. Right, that's that. So this is what I do with my 6X. So water barrel full of water. I have my sack with my concentrated manure in there, and it just soaks in there, and we'll just use the liquid for the plant feed. That's it really. That's my first set of peas in. I'm gonna clear another bed, probably the one over there with the kale in, last year's kale. It's all gone to seed. I'm gonna put another row of peas in there, and then I'm gonna be onto my beans. Right, just taking the kale out of this bed. It's all gone to seed, so it's all past its best. There's a couple of nettles in there, so I'm gonna have them out, get the roots out, give the ground a bit of a tickle over, and then plant up my seeds again. Okay, so that's my first lot of beans in. Couple of cobra beans in the corner. These are purple podded French claiming beans. They do look a bit yellow, but that's because they've been out in the trays and they need, you know, they've used all the nutrients in the trays. So again, I'll water these with 6X. Just done a bit of surface weeding along here. I'll do that side when I get over there. Just made my trench for my next lot of beans. I don't know if you can see. Just made my trench again for my beans, putting these ones in. These I think are probably Guinness record breaker runner beans. I use them every year. Produce great big long pods. And they're from saved seeds, so I'll just pop this down. I'll put this lot in. I might just speed it up a bit. Right, that's my beans in. So they're my Guinness ones. These ones here are in Norma, and I've just put my windy wires up. So they're just twisted wire, and they just hook into the rail above, and then eventually everything will climb up and over the top, and the beans will drop downwards. But they will climb. Right, it's getting warm now, so I'm going to get them watered in with the 6X, and I'm going to go in the greenhouse and plant up some more seeds. Right, I hope you can see this, because I've got this propped up on a couple of plant pots. So I've just done another couple of trays of Carlton Wonder. There's a couple of beans that never germinated, so I'm going to do them. So I'm going to do a climbing bean, cocoa de blanc, some yellow podded climbing beans, and some yard long beans. And they never germinated, so I'm going to redo them. So just again, I'm going to do a tray of each, 15 of each, just normal multi-purpose compost, nothing special, nothing added, doesn't need anything for seeds at all at the minute. So I'll just level it off, push them in. Probably 2 in each cell. These are the yard long beans. And these ones now will go on teepees because my bean arch is full. So I'll be making some willow teepees for these. I've got willow arch at home, which I sort of coppice every year. Stop it getting too big, so I'll use that for my teepees. I'll show you making one of them in the next couple of weeks when these are ready to go out. That one. So that's the yard long done. Compost over the top. Label. Some people have asked us about these as well. These are tongue depressors. Buy them on Amazon, just big fat lolly sticks basically. Just use them, just because if you if you happen to leave them in the ground, they'll just rot away because they're wooden. So and I find a pencil works best. Right, that's the first one. Let's get the next one on. So I'll just do these up. Coco de Blanc. I've got enough for 2 in each. These ones are quite round beans. They're not flat, so it doesn't matter which side they go on, like a bean. So they are quite round beans, more almost like peas, to be honest. I'm not going to have enough. Oh, look at that, one short. Never mind. Right, I'll do up the next lot and then I'll come back and show you what I'm doing next. So there, another lot of French climbing beans, Coco de Blanc. Done. Right, I'm just going to put the label in and then I'll show you his next one. Right, so I've got a few more to do. I'm going to do some parsnip and carrots outside. I've got a couple of beds ready. But I'm going to do some vegetable spaghetti squash, some butternut squash and a couple of pumpkins. Let's get these in again. For one more tray, then I'll have to open another bag. Let me see, what do I get in here? This is the butternut squash. Just going to do one per cell. See how many I've got. Ten of the butternuts. I only want a few of these, so I'll just do 5 of these. Quite thin, like I might put another one in each one, just to make sure I can always thin them out. These are jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. I only really want a couple. I'm going to put them into the compost bins. Right, that's my pumpkins done. Let's label them up. The squashes. Put that out. Right, I'm going to have to get another bag, so I'll stop you there. Right, next little thing I'm going to be planting are some sunflowers. Sunflowers are my wife's favourite flower. Jane, my wife, she loves them, so there's going to be some for here in the garden at home. The allotment some other people's gardens that I'm going to give away to. It's also in support of Ukraine. Everybody should be planting sunflowers this year. Sunflower oil is one of the biggest crops in Ukraine, and obviously we're struggling for that, and it's the national flower of Ukraine, so we're going to be planting some sunflowers. So I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different sorts, and I've got another couple at home which I've done already. So I've got, what have I got here? Valentine, Teddy Bear, Lemon Queen, Evening Sun, Yellow Disc, Helianthus Giant Single, Sunspot, and Velvet Queen, red one. So put my gloves on. I'm going to have a quick slurp of my tea. I've just made a fresh cup. Got my gloves on. And I'll plant these up. There's going to be sunflowers everywhere this year. Is everybody else planting sunflowers? What do you do? Do you do the decorative ones, or do you go for the giants, or what? I like the multi-headed ones, to be honest, as opposed to the giants. I do the giants, you know, around the fence and stuff. It's nice to have, just for a bit of height. But I like the multi-headed ones for cutting, you know, for flowers in the house. Cut flowers. So I'm running out of these trays now. They've got stuff in, and I've got some flowers, which are for hanging baskets outside. I'm going to do my hanging baskets next. So that should free up a few. All right, Velvet Queen. Probably going to put 2 in each. Two in each cell. These shouldn't take long to come up. Sunspot. Again, 2 in each. Right, I'll not bore you with this. Just showing you what I'm doing and what I'm planting up, so I'll let you know when I finish. Cheers, everybody. Right, guys, it's 4 o'clock. I've been here since 9 o'clock this morning. It's starting to rain now, so I've been in the greenhouse for the last half hour just potting a few more things up, but I'll show you what I've done today. Right, so potted all these up, new plants. So these are squashes. In here I've got some pumpkins, some butternut squashes. I've got some snake gourds in there, more squashes, a couple of different sorts. In here, what have I got? More squash. What's this one? They're the yellow beans. So 3 different sorts of climbing beans. Done a few more flowers, so some more lobelia and stuff there. Cornflowers and such like. More beans. yellow beans. What's that? More peas, Calvin Wonders. Lots of peas there. Some more flowers. What's these ones? Forget Me Nots and Nicotiana. 2 different sorts there. Sunflowers, a few different sorts. I've even done a tray of sweet corn. Now, and normally I don't do well with sweet corn, but I'm going to give it a go this year because I've put the peas in that bed with the frame around. I'll show you in a second. Now I thought if I use the same bed where the peas are, they'll stand up in that frame, but I'll show you in a second. I've had a bit of a weed around in here as well. Done some hanging baskets. I've done a little video for that. I'll show you that in a second. Everything else is doing all right. Just a bit of a water. I've filled up the troughs, but if you can see, it's still soaking wet. That's the perlite in the trays, and I'll just fill them up sort of once a week, and they'll last the tomatoes. You can see they're all really healthy. You know, got good root system on them. You know, the roots spread through dead easy through the vermiculite. They're not curling up at all, and they're being watered for a week. Spring onions and stuff still to get out. Just a few bedding plants and some celeriac there. I actually bought some celeriac because I couldn't get any to germinate, so bought a tray of 4 there, so they'll go out soon. And these are just some of the bedding plants for home, to be honest. More marigolds and stuff there. My brassicas, they're starting to shoot up now. So we've got kale, 2 different sorts of kale. Rainbow chard and rhubarb chard. They're all coming up. Different spinaches, pak choi. They're all doing really well. Not time to get out yet, but you can see from this, you know, you can see the roots just starting to come through there on the pak choi. The vermiculite, the perlite does a really good job. I kind of faulted. Okay, let's have a look outside. It's just starting to stop raining. Rest of my bedding plants, I've used some of them already today for my hanging baskets. So I've got all my beans in. They're planted up. So I've got some runner beans along this side here. They're the Guinness record breakers. Along here, they'll go up my curly wires. Again, runner beans, and then 2 lots of French beans along there. Cobra and purple potted at that end. Peas are out. They're done, and I'll show you the other peas what I was talking about. So I've put the peas in here, but it's got this frame around the top. So what I was thinking about doing is just that space there, putting the sweet corn stand and the sweet corn there in a big patch. Any recommendations? Is that the right thing to do or not? It's probably about 4 foot by 3 foot. If you take out the bit where the beans are. But everything else is doing all right. Strawberries are coming on. They've all starting to get fruit. Done a bit more weeding around. This greenhouse is not being touched. I'll show you in here. So not being touched at all since last year. So I've got to get in there and sort that out. The grapevine is taken off again, so they'll all need to be pruned and stuff. We've even still got yellow tomatoes on there from last year, but they're the old tomato plants from last year. All stills need to be done, but that's time for that. Need to get on with the sowing. Right, that's it for today. It's just stopped raining, so I'm going to make a bolt for home while I can before I catch the rain again. We'll see you on the next one. Catch you later.